Yo, Lex, how come you didn't tell me the microphone wasn't muted?
It wasn't muted that whole time.
Yes, and I just gave everybody my banking router number.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody just heard everything.
Yeah.
How come you didn't tell me anything?
Because I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I would
Well,
have known.
now that I have to, after I cough in their face, I'll have to rewind the entire intro to figure out what I said.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing.
Illegal.
Yeah. Incriminating. Self-incriminating.
I'm gonna producer and metaverse Melissa. Could you please tell me if Lexi's microphone is up loud enough? Because I suspect that it isn't.
222.
That's better.
222. 2.
I could self-monitor right now, but you know the complications with that.
2.
It's all right.
222.
It's amazing that piece of shit sounds the way it does on stage. If you guys
Why
didn't
do
know,
you say that?
because you're using my aha. It says you're quiet. See, told you. I don't know what's going on today with this. 1 second.
This Justin. Bell-bottom jeans. Back in session.
There it is. I fixed it.
Hi. 222.
Got it.
Sounds good?
Do you hear it now?
Do we hear it?
Yo, you
Do
did
we
it.
hear
No, you did it. That shit sounds fly.
Okay, word.
I fixed it.
Hell yeah.
Do you know? Okay, so just before we move on, I know that there's a lot of people that probably believe that they know what they're doing with sound engineering, mixing, recording. We perform and we play in an industry that the business model really relies and depends on musicians thinking that they fucking know everything.
Mm-hmm.
How else would developers, how else would people be able to market new gadgets and tools to musicians if indeed they had it all and knew it all?
Then they wouldn't need anything.
They wouldn't need anything. So you always have to convince, like in any other field, you have to convince the musicians that they don't quite have it all. That there's a few cracks and there's a few cracks and kinks and flaws in their business model, and therefore they need to pay somebody else for a new tool, a new gadget.
To have what they quote-unquote think they don't have.
Yes.
So they can stay in business.
Yes. So I'm one of those people. I admit it. I'm one of those people that throughout all my life, I have purchased hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on distortion boxes, noise gates, mixers, adapters, and cables that, frankly, I didn't need.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gadgets and gizmos, apps. There's a lot of professional music business products that we have purchased as a band, be it through marketing or advertising or social media, or, you know, earlier on when playlisting was popular. Remember that?
Yeah.
As musicians, we've all paid to play.
Mm-hmm. And we're all still paying to play.
Yes. So, and with the idea and the hopes that people that are manufacturing symbols of success are hoping and relying on us, thinking and believing that we know it all, that we're all experts. And the reason why they do that is for complacency. So we drop our guard. So we're not protected. So we can't see scams, schemes. So we work on impulse and emotion. And we all know when emotions are running high or high enough, our species tends to throw out rational thought when we reach that emotional quality. I have a point here, and the point is I am one of those, and humbled, naive, impressionable, dreamy musicians who, throughout all my life, I thought I knew everything. Not really, but I thought I knew lots of things about mixing and sound design and gizmos and gadgets. But if you've been in this industry long enough, you know that you're a consumer, and every now and then they just move the needle a little bit, meaning it goes from 8-track to cassettes, from cassettes to vinyl and CDs and so on, okay? But you're still looking at the same kind of mixer when you're on your digital audio workstation on Reaper, Cubase, Pro Tools, FL, Studio One, whatever you decide to use. When you're looking at your UI dashboard on your mixer digitally, it's just a screenshot or an image of what you would be looking at in a real life physical version.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, with all that considered, I have never known what the pad button has done on a mixer.
What does that button do?
No.
But it's there though.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Go on, if you're whoever the fuck you are out there, if you're into sound design or you're in your band room, go to your analog mixer and go look at the top above the faders and knobs, probably closer to where there would be XLRs or quarter-inch plugins, and go all the way up to the top, past your frequency knobs, and tell me if there is not a high or a low pass knob there. I'm sure you know what that is. Okay, we're not talking about that. Did you ever notice the pad button? There's a fucking button for years, at least since the 80s.
What does it do?
I never known until the other day, until Bob got that new PA.
Bob knows what the pad is?
No, Bob didn't know. I figured it out because I looked on the internet.
Oh.
No one has ever looked. Put a 1 in the chat if you admit to have looked at a mixer and understood what the fucking pad button does.
Put a 1 in the chat if you know the pad.
And don't lie.
Put a 1 in the chat if you know the pad button. Seriously.
Dylan says reminds me of my teacher.
Oh
Dylan, I am a teacher.
He is, yeah.
Dylan, I am the teacher.
He is a teacher. He is the teacher.
Right.
Goo 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 goo.
That's very aggressive.
Oh, it's from I'm the Walrus, but I did. He is the teacher. Cuckoo,
Can you do me a favor? This is gonna drive everybody crazy. We haven't even introed the show yet. Can you jump up there and grab me that Allen wrench? This is gonna sound like shit. Everybody, brace yourself.
Where?
Holy shit!
What?
No, Craig said 1. He knows what the pad button does. All right.
What?
Because I didn't. Bless
what
you.
does the pad button do? Bless you.
Everybody already looked on Google, so I know most people already cheated.
What did the pad button do? What does it do? Craig?
I'm not saying that Craig cheated.
Craig?
I would never believe that.
What does it do? Oh my goodness, thank you for following. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, everyone
Brace
please
yourself.
follow.
Yo. All right.
Did you fix it?
A little bit.
Okay.
It's better than it was. I'm going to keep this here. I'm just going to start keeping this Allen wrench here every time we do this podcast because I can't get comfortable. Hey, look, see what Craig said right there in the chat? He said boom. No, he said boom.
Wait, does that mean?
He said boom. And I'm fixing the boom. I'm just kidding.
I thought he was talking about the pad.
He could be. I'm just telling you.
Oh.
I feel like this one should go up now. See, once the leg bone is connected to the shin bone or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know that song. That's definitely
how it
true
is
with this contraption.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Once you tighten up one, you gotta tighten up all 3. I think that's how things are being made now. More work.
It's like, he should have done this before the show, but I did.
But this is a part of the show. You guys like it when this stuff happens anyway. We see it on the Tic Tac.
You guys like to see people fucking struggle.
Yeah, they like to see the show come together and all the technical stuff.
Yeah, well, this is
Don't
fucking
act like they don't.
crazy.
They love it on Tic Tac.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Did you do it?
It's better than it was.
Woo! Success. See, you guys saw it here live.
Fixed it, sort of. Wow. Okay, so let's get to
Let's get to it.
let's get to it. So, welcome everybody to another episode of
Of the microphone that wants to fly away.
Yeah, nothing works. No, I went to see if the clap thing worked, and it doesn't work. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This is a musical program about art, culture, music, and current events. It's called The Sepsiss Show. It's the very best of all of our podcasts and live streams rolled into one. Thank you, Morgan, for being here. Thank you, Dylan, for being here. Thank you, Craig, for being here. This is kind of a special program, and I mean special in the sense that it wasn't scheduled. Shout out
Surprise!
surprise, yeah. Shout out to our friends at New Hampshire Guitars. As you can see in the back of me, I've got my candle lit with my NH Guitars hat. Shout out to my peeps over there.
Oh yeah.
And shout out to Kev, of course, Morgan, Craig, Dylan, and all of you for starting off the stream. Welcome to the Sepsiss Show. We have a quick show for you guys today. Of course, we have Swarmy Fest next week.
Next week.
So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown about the show and what it's all about, all right? Swarmy Fest is an event that we created to help teach everyone that collaboration truly happens at the top. And it's possible for small and local bands to collaborate on attendance, build and share an audience while prioritizing fair treatment and safe spaces. To show that we can accomplish this together without going broke or piggybacking on celebrities or depending and relying on national acts to pull numbers at the show. Swarmy Fest is a local show. Swarmy Fest is an event presented by local bands. It's also an event where all of the performers and the bands get paid. And they don't just get paid, but they get paid fairly, and they get paid equally. They get paid equally. Proving that if local bands can organize shows, if we can, as local bands, treat and pay the other bands and treat each other fairly, then so can the music promoters, the local talent buyers, the booking agents. We believe in a business model where everybody going to the show should bring a friend, even the bartender. You see, we do the work ourselves in the band to make sure that everyone that's joining the show and attending the show shares an equal amount of value with having their own role in respect and priority on the ticket goers that support the musicians, maximizing fun, fairness, and community. I hope y'all understand that.
The Swarmy Fest.
Well, I'm going to bring up the computer screen. Everybody still sound good?
Hello?
Okay, good. Can I share this with my friends and husband? Oh, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you guys in a band or something? Can I share this with my friend's husband and wife band? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the Sepsiss Show. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but we are a band. We're just a local band. And we have been doing podcasting and streaming for, I don't know, like half a decade, little over than that. And prior to that, we used to go live and do live streams a lot. So prior to us podcasting and talking and doing commentary, we used to have some live streams, and we're best known for going live on social media. That's what most people, I think, know us from.
Yeah, they do. Mostly from the social media, live stuff,
Yeah.
content creation stuff.
Yeah, but we are a hard rock and heavy metal band, as well as streamers, content creators, entertainers, advertisers, the whole bit. And we absolutely welcome other bands and musicians to watch this program, because on this program we do a little bit of everything. We used to have more than one podcast and live stream. This show is a combination of all of them, where we cover crazy stories on the internet. We talk a little bit about what's going on, updates with the band ourselves, music we're coming out with, events and shows. We spend a few minutes doing that. We'll do that first and next. And then we cover some current events, a little bit of marketing, social media and digital marketing and advertising. We do some of that. We cover some tech news and current events. Am I missing anything?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
that's good.
I think you covered it all.
Saint October lives in Iowa. All right. You want me to check him out? See, one thing we do here is actually check stuff out. A lot of people they pretend like it's a big deal to go look up somebody's band. So they'll say, oh, no, that's awesome. I'll check it out later. And they'll just lie to your face. Here, we're going to check it out right now while we're on the program.
In your face.
Right. October. Proving that it's not difficult to check out new bands.
And it's not time consuming.
Right. When folks introduce, let me rephrase. When a lot of folks in my peer group and middle-aged people recall, remind, or reintroduce people to discovery, everyone pretends like it's a physical challenge. We all jump in this trauma-induced posture as if we're all teens trying to discover, protect, and defend our identities again. I assure you, discovering music is a lot calmer, cooler, and a lot more fun than you think it is. It's just that we're all pretending that we're under such high anxiety focusing on the things that don't matter that we're all in this space where, whoa, shit. Yo, it's a raid.
Oh my gosh!
We never see that. And they got the black light music going. That's bananas. I didn't think it was going to be that satisfying. Did you like that?
I did.
Melissa, did you like that?
Welcome, Raiders.
That was fucking awesome. DOC was good.
Hey.
Wow. That was crazy. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you for stopping in.
Yay.
Yes, we're just about to go over. We have our big annual end of the year party show performance. What is it? Is Swarmy Fest a party? Is it a show? Is it a performance? Or is it a social expo? What is it, Lex?
Social expo.
There you go.
I'd say social expo this year in particular because we have more than just music. We have stage dancers, plus we have an after party, plus this whole idea was our fans' idea. So this is definitely like a social expo, a meet and greet with the fans, meeting each other, let alone just us.
All right. Is Saint October dark metal from the Quad Cities? That's what we need to know. Proving that it didn't take me much effort because I have a fucking computer in my pocket, while everybody's pretending that it's so difficult to discover bands, and they're all walking around with computers in their pocket. Libraries and fucking catalogs and categories and every fucking thing that you've ever wanted is in your pocket.
Yet they don't want to take it out for 2 seconds and look up a band. I don't understand.
That's how much people want to convince you that there's something else more important going on, and that they just don't have the strength to pick up their fucking personal computer in their pocket and look up a band.
Yet they're asking that from their fans as well.
Shit is crazy.
But they won't do it when a fellow musician asks them to do the same.
Fuck them. I just do
I
what
just
I do.
realized that as
right.
we're talking about
But here's
this.
the thing. I think that's part of it too, Lex. I think the whole reason a lot of people that are in bands, musicians, they don't go the extra mile. They won't go discover other musicians because they hold a belief and posture that no one's going to do it for them, and other people aren't doing that, and other people aren't generous, and other people don't roll out the red carpet, so why should they do it? That's the mentality that I'm here to break.
And also the mentality of you're asking your fans to go and do all these things.
Yes.
You're asking your fans to go look up local bands.
Yes.
But when a local band, this is the time for you to like take your own advice. And when a local band goes up to you, let's say you're Falling September, and a local band comes up to you, Falling September. I don't think so.
Man, you had me going. That was like holy shit.
I don't know, just made up a band.
That was
Falling
pretty good.
September. And you come and a band comes up to Falling September and goes, "Hey, check me out." And they don't check them out, but then they go live and ask their fans to check them out or check out a different band or do other things. They don't do it.
I'm
They
trying
don't
to
practice what they preach. Is my point.
Well, I think that's the problem with the unseen scene. That's
Yeah,
why
what's unseen is they're not taking their own advice.
right. That's why it's a joke. That's why you can't just use solidarity as a fucking slogan. It's not just a Facebook post what we do here.
Here on Sepsiss, if you ask us to check out your band, we're actually going to check out your band as well as ask our fans to check you out as well.
We're also not going to pretend that it's lifting 25 pounds.
No, we're going to do it in 2 seconds right now
Right.
to prove the point
right.
that it's not time consuming to do that.
It's not time consuming in a
It's
time.
not hard work.
Right. It's like and
Does
you know
it cost money?
no, it doesn't. And you're not a pussy. You're not weak if you support somebody else other than yourself. Celebrating other people, rooting and cheering other people on is a safe thing to do. Because if you haven't noticed, lots of us that are at our small, teeny, tiny band tier, we are still inventors. We are in the tier of people that are experimenting. We are actually in the tier where legacy companies and corporations and huge artists, we are in the tier and layer of the industry where they steal ideas from and they siphon the best of our inventions. So consider this a compliment. But we are all, and there is evidence that we are all unique enough where we don't have to step on each other's toes, man.
Yeah.
So the shitty unseen scene and the people that manufacture symbols of success to try to take advantage of dreamy artists, these folks are relying on a loser mentality, on people to have an urgency to be better, bigger, bolder, and louder than the people that they see in the morning before they go to work. Basically, what I'm saying is we're all sharing the same fans. I don't know if anybody knew that. I have a lot of people to go over here, but before I do that, I'm going to go like Saint October because it's not difficult. See? I'm going to like it, and then I'm going to like a couple of posts because it's easy. And the industry, whether it be Facebook, Reddit, is counting on us to be lazy and to be complacent and to have a belief where we need them as middlemen, where we just can't do it ourselves and we need everything delivered to us. That we're all on our last leg, living in a digital plantation or some sort of a social media nursing home. You feel me? Take some initiative. Go the extra mile. It's not that hard. Because when you become complacent, that is when they can exploit.
Mhm.
When you say, "Oh, we can't do it. We need people to do it for us." Then a bad actor comes into your life and says, "Oh, I got answers." Lauren's right. Literally takes 2 seconds.
Mhm.
You know? Think about and think about all of the stuff that we do already. I'm guilty of it. This isn't like I'm pointing the finger or something. As a species, you know what I mean? We're all guilty of, like, we're kind of an attention animal. It's hard for most of us. We're all on social media right now. It's hard for most of us that are here right now to admit that we're here for attention. Because we're taught that supporting other people is weak.
That's just a lie that they want you to believe. So you stop supporting people and you become
Individual. So you become an individual. So you become isolated and you rely on apps. You rely on bad actors to come into your life and, shake around shiny toys and trinkets and gadgets and gifts.
And that's what they want to keep going. But it's up to us to realize that that's what they want us to do. So we do the opposite thing.
Right.
Because we know that supporting people and collaborating with people happens at the top, but also it needs to continue to happen.
Right.
In order for local bands to be known or to work with other local bands or to stop being stuck at the same old bars, why not go out? Make friends, support other bands.
You have to invent new things. You see what I'm saying? You have to be an originator. You have to be a trailblazer. We can't all look at the very limited few people at the top and go, let's take a list of things that they do because they're successful. Let's all take a list of what Metallica does. Let's take a list of what Sleep Token does. Let's go and look at what Sepsiss does, and let's take a list of their amplifiers, how they record. Let's take a list of the methods and the models that Adele and Drake use. That's why everybody winds up sounding the same.
And that's the model that they want to keep pushing, so you keep wasting your money to feed them and their families, and you miss out on learning how to do your own stuff.
And they're going to have a new gadget for you. You're going to say, hey, look, you're not a real musician anymore unless you're on cassette. And then everybody goes out and learns the tricks, learns the formats. Who do we cater to? Who do we people please? What ropes do we got to jump through? We need a copyright. We need a web page. And they give you a list of things and prerequisites and requirements that you're going to need to be on a cassette. And if you don't fall in, and if you don't check off the boxes, you're not going to be part of the group. So you're not a real musician unless you're on cassette, unless you're on MTV. You're not authenticated. You're not good enough. Because people in this fucking country, they think and believe, as they've been trained and taught, to think of their value in very limited ways. Let me make a list. People in this country believe they start measuring their value at who they pray to, what they do for work, the color of their skin, or how much motherfucking money they make. And
who they're with, like who they're dating.
Sometimes, right? Well, yes, and who you're fucking. Who
That's a new thing. That's why I mentioned it.
No, you make a very good point. I didn't realize that because I'm a little older, and we don't normally care about things that people do in their private space.
But nowadays, society does in this country.
So, I don't introduce myself by what I do for work. Yes, I play guitar, and yes, we entertain and we do those things. But I don't introduce myself by what I do for work because I know that is a pathway, that is a conduit, is a gateway for people to misuse and mistreat me.
And also, they'll wake up one day and they'll realize, oh, I'm bound by contracts. All these people have my money, have my bread, and I don't even know how to run my own business. And then all of that goes out the window, and you realize that you don't know shit of what's going on.
Your entire life depends on notifications
and other people.
Your entire life depends on messages and notifications and alerts sent by fucking companies led and ran by people that you will never fucking meet. People that would never have breakfast with you.
Mm-hmm. You walk into your own show and be like, who's that band that we're playing with? Like, oh, we set the whole thing up for you. And you don't even know what's going on. You're just being swept away like tumbleweed.
Right.
No one wants that.
Every moment of your life is going to be answering to some fucking subscription.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're like, oh, we should have listened to the Sepsiss show and they're teaching us all about this stuff.
Right. So that's what this show is about. Everything we just talked about.
Full circle.
I had to wait for the motorcycle to go by.
There's a lot happening right now outside.
I know. How you guys doing? Do you guys want to say anything?
Is there anything happening outside?
How you guys doing? Do you guys want to talk about anything?
Who's going to a show?
Ask us any questions about this stuff. All right.
I think the motorcycle's gone.
All right. So, Swarmy Fest. I apologize. So the Swarmy Fest thing, right? First of all, I've got to. If I name any of these people, feel free to tag them. Not just because I like to bother people, because I genuinely like to. Not because I like to bother people, but I like to give people their credit. I don't think there's enough of that going on. We all are part of a species that has a hard time admitting that we need each other.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Like our basic survival depends on not only just helping each other, but us needing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Once we don't have a need for each other, we're truly doomed.
It's like that movie we watched, that Juice movie.
Yes, I love Juice.
When he said that, and he's like, well, if I don't need you anymore, I don't need nothing.
Right.
Pow.
That's crazy. So I want to give a special thanks. Oh shit! I want to give a fucked up thanks to everybody. No, I really do. I want to give a special thanks to the following people that are responsible for helping us out with this year's Swarmy Fest, and one of them being somebody you might not expect right off the bat, but ICG Rinse, man. Shout out to Rinse, man, for
Thank you, Rinse.
working with us behind the scenes. Shout out to him and Maggie for attending the show and coming out to the shows every year. Because really, like, it's the people that come out to the shows every year is the reason why we do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're not promoters or event coordinators. So we, like
we just like to do what our fans like to do.
right. When you guys are tired of Swarmy Fest and you don't want to do it anymore, just let us know and we'll stop.
Our fans will tell us, and then, yeah.
And I say that because it's not Sepsiss Fest. It's Swarmy Fest.
The fans made this up.
Right. Like, the fans made up the name, you know, our friends and people that live all over the country. This is their idea. It originated with them without them coming or without the excitement of them seeing new bands and us doing something a little bit new every year and growing it. We probably wouldn't do it. We are a band, so it's a ton of work for us to do this as a band, because we also have to run our real lives, our real families and jobs in the background, as well as the band, and play event coordinator for Swarmy Fest. So it takes a
lot of ideas and brainstorming.
Right, and money.
And money.
We come out of our pocket to make sure everybody gets paid. We don't make anything. We come out of our pocket to make sure that there's ad mat. For those of you who don't know, advertising materials. We make sure that there's ads up and marketing and press, and we get everybody involved. And we also install and introduce what we hope are the right, positive, and pleasing personalities of folks that can work together, not only on the event, but a continued friendship and a continued partnership, not necessarily just with Sepsiss, but with the bands that we introduce to each other and the other promoters and people that are involved. So thank you for Rinse for helping out in the background. If you guys don't know who ICG Rinse is, he's the really, really big, tall guy with the Sepsiss bandana that you see at the shows that hangs out with me. Our staff members and our besties, Allison and Bernie, for real. And Ed, and also, you know who else? Zachy B. Thank you to our friends and our staff, specifically these people, for continuing to support the band, but also for showing support for Swarmy Fest, you know, and sticking with it and rocking out with us. It's a big deal to us. I have a surprise for those that you don't know. We have a returning special guest host this year.
Surprise!
Yep. There'll be more on it later. Of course, we'll do a formal welcome to BPS Records, and of course, Hot Rod will be hosting the show and emceeing the show again. I'm really excited for that. Super shout out to Violet's Rain, of course, Matt Connerton, Danae's Creations, Josh from Speed Demon, Derek and Keith, also Zach. Shout out to them because they introduced me to Lilith and the Blood Witch. Do you see what I mean?
It takes all these people.
Look, I got my Speed Demon t-shirt on right now. We don't just use solidarity as a slogan.
No.
It's something you really have to do. So yeah, of course, our sizzling alternative horror models. They do horror modeling, dancing. Our very own official event dancers, Lilith Cat and the Blood Witch. So shout out to them also. I don't even want to get into it, but wow, some challenges they had to overcome. A crazy house flood. Entire wardrobes being trapped in the in storage.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
Shout out to everybody.
They're trying.
Well, this is what I want to say. We start, because we're not event coordinators or anybody special, we start building Swarmy Fest about 90 days to 100 days out. So all of these people have real lives away from entertainment, you know? So I try to keep in touch with everybody, and I try to stay plugged in and talking and communicating and caring about people. And in that process, you get to know people and see what they're overcoming. So it's going to be a pleasure to get in the room and see all these people that climb the ladder all the way with me to play this show for what some might think is just such a small deal. But playing music for some of us is our lives. Dancing for some of us is all we got to look forward. And if you've ever been somebody that looks forward to something, you know how important that can be. But we've got games, we've got the raffle, we've got the pajama after party, we've got the pre-party, and we couldn't have done it all. We couldn't have done any of it without, of course, Jewel, all of you at home, and our friends at Loud Entertainment. So if you guys know and you'd like to book a show with us in the future, if you want to book our band, the best way to book a local or regional show with our band is through Loud Entertainment. So we appreciate everybody for supporting Swarmy Fest so far. Of course, naturally, all the bands. Next week on the Sepsiss show, I hope to have some sponsors on. I'm not going to make any promises now because, of course, I'll have my foot in my mouth by next Wednesday. Normally this show, everybody, is on Wednesdays. So this is the last weekend, guys. This is the final weekend for you guys to grab pre-sale tickets. It's a no-brainer. Pre-sale tickets are like $12 or something.
Yeah.
It's not too bad on the other end, but this is the final weekend. We're going to pull pre-sales at the end of the weekend. Of course, you can still grab tickets through the door. And remember that all the tickets, all the pre-sale tickets, everything that we receive for people supporting Swarmy Fest, we split evenly and we give to all the promoters and, all the performers. That's the way that it goes. So anybody that gets on the stage and is performing, whether you're dancing or you're singing music, playing instruments, all that money at the end of the night Whatever we get. Doesn't matter if it's Sepsiss or the opening band. It gets split evenly. All the bands and performers get paid. That's the way we do it. Proving that it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see promoters that aren't paying bands, we think it's crazy because we're a band and we're figuring out how to do it. It's not, you know what I mean? It's you're not gonna pay the rent with it, but you know what I mean. Whatever we generate, we split it evenly, and everybody goes home with a little something, you know. And we feel that if others can view and observe this open book model, this open book method, maybe other people will join in and improve on it and make adjustments and maybe even make something that we're doing. Maybe they'll do it better.
Maybe.
There you have it. So I'm going to let Lexi do the first story of the day. Because I never do this, but I'm going to get something to drink.
Okay. Let me see the... Oh my.
That's the first story.
Metallica fans charged with trespassing
Oh, shit.
after climbing tower at Perth show.
What do you think about that?
This sounds dangerous. Please don't climb. 2 Metallica fans were arrested and charged with trespassing after allegedly scaling a central tower inside Optus Stadium during the band's November 1st concert in Perth, Australia. Oh my. Here we go. Figured it out. A 20-year-old man from Carey Park and a 23-year-old man from Australand were removed from the venue and will appear in court for the dangerous stunt. Photos and video from the scene shared by 10 News show cops telling the shirtless men to climb down before arresting them and escorting them out during Saturday's concert.
Jeez.
Knew it. It had to be some young people.
Well, yeah, it ain't going to be my 40-year-old ass jumping
I was
off a
about to
fucking ladder.
I was just about to say, I have never heard one story of someone in their 50s wanting to climb something shirtless. No.
Both of those things aren't going to go together well.
They figured out at their age that that is an unsafe thing to do.
You know, there's definitely a young demographic for metal, but I feel like a lot of fans of heavy metal are 30 plus.
Yeah. I also want to know what possessed them to want to climb it. They were like, oh yeah, man, we're going to get like big heights if we climb this thing.
Could I tell you what inspires and motivates 20, 30, 40, and 50-year-olds to put their lives in danger?
What?
Heavy metal.
Because Metallica's so fucking cool, you want to climb this thing and
Hold on, and I was going to say some goofy thing like, you're a chick, you wouldn't know. But girls do too, man.
Yeah,
you know how it is when you go, come on.
Girls climb stuff.
Climb on a dick.
Climb on top of the guy.
Right. But
oh my God!
They climb, but not only do they climb on a dick, they climb on shoulders of.
That's what I was talking about.
Crowd surfing. Do you know how many little teeny tiny girls I've seen crowd surfing get
Their
dumped?
Flip flops fall off.
Yeah, you get dumped on her skeleton. I think it's terrible,
Woo!
but
With
now
the tequila.
me being the middle-aged dad, I'm gonna be like, no.
Stop.
Make sure everybody has floaties, headgear, Tylenol. But
rapid release, to be specific.
Yeah, rapid release the Epstein files. But what I think is that going back to when I was 130 pounds in the mosh pit, I would tell a past me not to do that.
Yeah.
I'm lame.
That's not a good idea.
I'm lame.
Only for the power of metal and Metallica.
Yeah, metal
like, no.
nothing, gangster nothing. If I'm nope, I'm what they call middle-aged Will. I'd like to tell my younger self to not do anything.
Stay on the ground
Right.
and away from moshing.
I would have said I would have said read, take a break. I have some different advice. If you're in your 20s, don't come talking to me because I'm gonna get real responsible.
And you don't want that, so go climb the tower.
Two people don't want to talk to me. People in their 20s and people that are in their mid 50s plus. They're not hearing me. Now, right, because my brain's got. I'm like a big ass 8-year-old. So,
well, but
yeah,
you're not gonna climb that tower,
but
though.
I'm not climbing that tower.
So you're not that 8. You're a responsible 8-year-old.
Well, even 8-year-olds got enough fear in them by that time.
That's true. Not all of them. They climb trees.
Well, not all of anyone. That's for sure.
Right. Needless to say,
Yeah.
everybody, no matter what age you are, stay on the ground. Okay?
Yep. Han says, "Don't catch me in a mosh pit."
We won't, because
Yeah.
we'll tell you not to go.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
We will prevent you.
Right, and we're definitely not gonna catch you. So, like, if you go into a mosh pit, you're on your own.
Have fun.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say.
Have a great time with a broken nose.
If you are over the age of 25, don't go in the mosh pit.
Stop. Yeah. Don't.
Because you don't have the SNAP benefits.
Or the health insurance.
And you ain't got the health insurance. You ain't got the dental care.
Nope. You got none of those things.
Yeah. Don't bother. Anybody
on the ground.
Yeah. Think about it like this. Mosh pits were something we could do in the 90s, early 2000s. But no. We can't afford the mosh pit.
No, we're going to stay away. And
unless for all of you 30, 40, and 50-year-olds that still live with your parents, you can go in the mosh pit.
Have fun. Enjoy that altercation.
Yes, but when you need your mother's dentures to finish your corn on the cob, don't bother fucking with me.
Nope. Pay the rent first.
I think you handled that appropriately.
Is the next one. You didn't grab something to drink.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
I was into that.
That was a good one. That was a good first article. Put one in the chat if you guys enjoyed that article. I got you.
You don't even have to start it yet. I can come back on this.
Okay. BRB. Hi. In other news, make sure you watch the new music video, Bathwater, featuring me and the rest of the people of Sepsiss. It's live on YouTube, and we almost have 250,000 views on it. Also, don't forget to tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on Twitch, because we're also streaming on Twitch. Hi, Twitch. On Twitch, Melissa will be playing GTA with the ICG people, Inclusive Community Gaming, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Don't forget about that. Very important that you tune into that, because it's fun. Sorry, there was a mail truck, and I got really distracted. Yeah. So we have a lot of fun stuff planned this evening. Also, Swarmy Fest is my debut as the keyboardist. So if you would like to see the first show of me playing the keyboard, people say it's touching the ivory. I call it playing the keyboard. Swarmy Fest next weekend, November 15th.
It's the debut.
Debut. Oh, debut. Yay, you're back. Did you grab something to drink?
I did it. Yeah. It's, oh my God. I didn't want to read without having something to drink.
Yeah.
We do have like a after these messages, we'll be
We'll be
right back.
Do.
We do have one of those things. Meta earns about $7 billion a year on scam ads, the report says.
Oh,
Yikes. That's a lot of ads for counterfeit
wait,
slide-in file. What the hell is that?
wait. They earn $7 billion from scam ads.
Well, we're going to get to it. There they are, guys.
That's a scam.
All right. So, Meta is reportedly making a lot of money off of scam ads. A new investigative report from Reuters, citing Meta's own internal documents, found the company's platforms show, on average, an estimated 15 billion higher risk scam advertisements to its users every day. Reuters reported that a 2024 document showed that Meta makes about 7 billion annualized revenue from those scam ads each year. I mean, is anybody fucking surprised?
No.
The internal documents revealed by Reuters show that Meta is expected as much as 10% of its 2024 ad revenue would come from ads from scams and banned goods. I mean, are you surprised?
No. Because we know that anytime you make an ad on Facebook, you would have to pay for that ad to go out. So even if the ad was advertising a scam, they would still have to pay Facebook to put up that ad.
Yeah.
I mean, you're using Facebook to advertise. You have to like pay them to do that. I don't know if anyone knows that. If you didn't know that, now you know that. That's what he was talking about earlier when he was talking about putting ad mats up.
Yeah.
That's one of the ad mats is Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. For instance, like a lot of the, I don't know if anybody out there knows. I see it mostly with clothing.
Yeah. Yep.
Like if you're a fan of like designer clothing,
Mhm.
there's a lot of like knockoff stuff.
Mhm.
Disney products is another one.
The last time I saw one was for when the Switch first came out during the pandemic. A lot of scam ads for that was out too.
Yes, and even we know local bootleggers.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, it's just what it is. It's normal.
Yeah.
Like we do know, like just
Everybody
like
gotta eat.
just like people go to like the bodegas or the hood stores and they're selling shit with Boston Red Sox official gear, or you see fucking people. Anybody can go online, copy and paste a picture of Goku, put it on an image online, and then produce ready-to-order T-shirts with Dragon Ball Z characters on it. We've seen them do it.
Yeah.
They're not responsible for the generation of the art. They're not responsible for the licensing or copywriting. People don't give a shit about copywriting. Nobody cares about licenses. The only people that cares about licenses are the fucking police.
Yeah.
People that are driving without a license don't give a shit. People that are stealing music don't give a fuck about a license to steal shit. Having a driver's license doesn't make you a better skilled driver, and it doesn't make you more honest or more legal.
No.
Like having a license doesn't give you more abilities and superpowers as a driver to break the law.
Mhm.
So if somebody's not driving without a license, they already don't give a fuck about the law. People with driver's license are the type of people that the DMV is relying on to care about the law. I don't know if anybody can wrap their head around that.
They can't.
Right. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Well, no, I get you. I get you on that. You know what I mean? Warm, I feel that. But anything could be a scam. Anybody can just say, Like he said, all designer things are a scam. But I could say your last name is a scam. I could say,
Everything's a scam.
right. We could do that.
Let's not play what's a scam game
We could
because
do
we're
that.
going to figure out that everything
Everything's
is
a scam.
Just like your entire life is a lie.
You're right.
Do we want to do that to you
Right,
now?
your Twitch name is made up. You know what I mean? Like the street that you're on right now is made up. That's a scam. Like everybody knows that.
Your house.
So we know how to do that
So
one.
on.
We already know how to do that one.
And so on.
We got to have some sort of context. But I see what you're saying. I get the point. He does go on to say that there is good products that did good quality things. Yeah, I guess. Roads are good if you like oil and tar.
And the smell of it.
Cigarettes are good if you like cancer.
Right.
Things are good. There's
If you like pollution.
there's ups and downs to everything. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say there is we are a species that is obsessed with waste. We create waste that we don't know what to do with it.
So we just throw it in the ocean.
So when we start talking about what is and what isn't a scam, we don't even know what to do with poop. We are.
The world's greatest
Right.
problem
Hold
is
on.
our poop.
Well, I think the world's biggest problem is we can't deal with poop because our species believes in mythological god creatures and we pretend that we are related to them and that we are more powerful than other animals or reality. Our species is obsessed with taking a role that we are the stars of the show, we're the center of the universe, we own each other, and that's why everything is a scam. Because we pretend that we own our wives. We are a species that thinks that we own our countries and that we own our streets and vehicles. We're obsessed.
With wanting to own and control
Yes,
stuff.
we're obsessed with superiority and fucking nationalism and promise rings and fucking gang culture and mob culture. Why? Because we want to be able to control and dominate each other. So our species has an obsession with scams. We have the obsession with the biggest scam ever. And that is that we are related to fucking spirits and ghosts. And those ghosts give only some of us secret powers. And the basic membership to be a part of those clubs and groups where you can be close with ghosts or gods or aliens or whatever is you have to believe that your god or your alien is the superior, the best, and the most powerful, or else. And everybody else is on parole and probation until they decide the same thing. So of course everything is a scam.
So is the prison.
Ugh. You feel me? Of course everything is a scam because we're a species
Of scam artists.
of scam artists. We believe that there's a thing called white people. We made up a creature, a species
that doesn't exist.
that doesn't exist.
It does not
So
exist.
we constantly make things up as we go as a species
To justify our superiority.
to justify our fragility.
Superiority, fragility, to justify our greed.
Right.
And our scam tactics. So we
Right.
can keep doing it so we can extend the Overton
Right.
window and fuck you in the ass.
Right. War is a scam. Slavery's a scam.
They just don't want you to be successful.
Right. It's just everything. We could get down to that and we could,
This is why you
toothpaste-
don't do handouts. and
Right.
That's why you don't rely on other people to do your music business for you.
That's why you also don't rely on other people to do their homework.
For you.
Right. That's why you don't rely on nobody to do nothing.
You do it yourself.
You do it yourself. He said white people are a minority. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't counted them all.
That's not what we're saying.
That's a different topic. Yeah. That's a different topic. I'm not sure. I'd
We're
have
talking
to.
about scam
Right,
artists.
right. See, the people, and we
We're
can.
not talking about who is a minority.
Well, in response to what he said, though, we don't know who is white because white isn't real. The only people who can say that they are white are people that believe that they are white, and they're able to say for sure that they're willing to take on that role.
When we just got done saying
You see what I'm saying? So like
this race doesn't
we can't
exist.
say that they're a minority or a majority because we can't confirm how many people are willing to believe in the fiction that there is an actual creature called white. You
And
need
we
to
just got done telling you it doesn't exist.
we need to be able, I don't so when we say that there is a majority of red people, I don't believe that, because I would have to believe that there was a creature called the red man.
There is no red man.
I don't necessarily buy that. So what I'm saying is the very idea of there being a species of browns.
That's not a species.
That's not a species. You know what
White
I mean?
people is not a species.
That's what
so
I'm
you
saying,
can't say that they're in a
Right,
minority or a majority because they're
Right.
not a species.
Right. And if I was going to count them as a majority or a minority again, I
You'd
would
have
I would have to go with the idea that they were actually real.
And that they're a species.
We're not gonna
and
play that.
scientifically
Right.
proven they are not.
Right. It takes a bad actor to walk into this room to try to convince us of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got rid of that. I'm so hurt. What do I do? We've never had that happen ever.
Email.
Oh, shit.
We'd have
That's
to
all right.
change
That's
it.
okay. That's okay. We'll just do
Want to do one more?
That's all right. Yeah, we'll do one more.
Okay.
That was my favorite one. I ain't gonna lie.
We can read it next week.
All right.
Just save it for next week.
All
It was
right.
about Tinder.
All right.
Do you want me to read this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I might pronounce this wrong. Ex Dogma?
Yeah.
Okay. Ex Dogma guitarist Patri Grief says our voices will not be silenced. Let's see.
Who are these ladies?
Oh, they
Have you ever
look
seen them
like
before?
people that are challenging their church. Let's keep reading. I like this.
Do you guys like these
I
folks?
like this, yeah.
Would you guys see this? He
Yeah.
goes, "What are they?" I don't know.
They look like a band. They look like a group of
Yo,
beautiful
the-
people.
look at the. Oh, you guys can't see on the screen, but it says below the lady on the left. It says, "And fuck you too." I don't know what they talking about, but it's kind of appealing.
I'd see this band. Let's continue. I love this. And fuck you. Here we go. Here we go. Let's learn all about this.
Let's do it.
Last week, 3 members
Yo,
of
hold on.
Huh?
Not to interrupt you. Warm said, "Looks like it's an AI thing." I agree. That's a good guess. That is a fucking good guess.
Good guess.
All right, let's go. Let's
But
go.
we don't know.
I don't know yet.
Here we go. Last week, 3 members of Dogma, vocalist Grace Jan Pastrini, also known as Lilith,
Okay.
and guitarists, there's 2,
Okay.
Amber Maldonado, also known as Lemia, and Patri Grief, also known as Ruskalaka.
Man,
I
this is crazy.
completely pronounced their name wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You're doing the best you can.
They announced they announced they were leaving the band because of issues with their management that included, quote, unilateral decisions, broken promises, manipulation, mistreatment, and lies to the fans, end quote.
We want to see screenshots.
Yeah.
We want receipts. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Now, Grief, who is a part of that. Now, Grief has shared another statement about her feelings toward the situation, and she wants to make sure that her and the girls are going anywhere.
All right.
Okay. Grief released the following. The Ruaskla that Ruskalaka that once was and will always be.
Yo, you said hucka hucka lucka.
I was gonna call her Grief.
All right.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
yeah. Because I mean the
Grief
hucka hucka.
here. Right. Hey guys, Grief here. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the recent events, what happened, why
Yeah.
it happened, and shed some light
Hmm.
on the situation.
I like it when you do it in that crazy, like, I'm going shopping girl voice.
Oh, thank you.
Let's do it like that.
In November 2023, I was contracted to be a part of Dogma. I immediately fell in love with the project. I instantly fell in love with the aesthetic and songwriting. It seemed like a once in a lifetime opportunity as I was hired as Grief and the adventure began.
What is it? So should we hire somebody next season as Melissa Wolf? Hucka
Who would Melissa Wolf
Right.
be?
Hucka
She'll be Huckleluck.
You motherfucking Hucka You know, I think that's funny.
Melissa, if you would do that, put a B in the chat.
But a baby bee.
Put a baby B. You might already know how much I put my soul into this project. Always bringing ideas, collaborating with my drawings on the drum heads and cards, going to the merch booth every single night, and overall defining who Grief was.
Wow.
Grief is based on a very, very personal thing that I went through, and I somehow felt the fans really connected to the character in multiple ways.
Good grief. I'm just playing.
Grief was unhinged, crazy, slightly creepy, but always supportive and there to listen. Several of you reached out to me through the character's account seeking help, which I was always happy
Melissa, you need
give.
to go full NPC. Melissa, you need to go full NPC where people don't know if you're real anymore.
Right. Some very personal information was shared from the fans and from me, yet the account was taken away by the management the minute I was not admitted into the United States.
And the minute you were not admitted to the psychiatric ward.
This just got juicy.
Yeah, they're not from here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Immigration going to show up.
that's who showed up.
Nah, I'm fucking around. You for real?
I don't think so.
All right, let's go. Yo, this is wild.
This is a wild story. She goes on to say,
Say it. We need double mice. Did they do that? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I gave everything into this project.
All of it. Can I do ad libs?
Yes.
21.
I gave my everything into this project
All of it.
because even if things felt off with the manager, I kept thinking, you're doing this for them. And you're doing this for the teenage Patrie who needed you the most. I believed Dogma was about giving a voice to those who don't have one, which resonated with
Can I tell
me.
you something? When you read like this, or when people talk to me like this, I stop receiving data and actual like translatable information, and it just winds up being entertainment to me somehow. It's just like I get hypnotized, and I can't say I'm happy or sad or upset to hear the information because I can't hear it. All I can hear is just like, you know. Go ahead.
Should I do it a different way?
No, go ahead. I think it's fantastic. It's just for my own particles and wavicles.
Oh. As a child, I always wanted to become a professional musician, specifically for that reason, to give shelter. I hid in music when I needed it the most, and I wanted to return the favor. With that in mind, I went to the merch table every night, read every fan message, and answered all that I could. As the character evolved, so did I. The fans that I met, I wouldn't even consider them as fans, but friends.
Do you think that's generic?
Yes. That's why I read it like that.
And I'm not saying that it is,
Just
but
sounds it.
I'm questioning. Fans aren't. They're not all nice.
Yeah, they're not all your friends.
Not all people that are fans of our band are even likable.
No.
There are some fans. I know that it's popular for artists to come on the internet and lie and say they love all their fans and they would do anything for them and they would take the shirt off. The fucking no, the fuck I would not.
No, and most of those people sometimes betray them shortly after.
I do think that there are rare occasions where we do meet honest, authentic human beings who are actual fans to the point of admitting that they are fans publicly, behaving like supporting people consistently. There are a rare amount of actual fans of our band who remain fans without trying to renegotiate the contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some fans that can handle being a fan.
Some people pretend that they are our fans so they can gain access, or with the hopes that they can gain access into professional or personal layers of our life. And to me, those are not authentic fans, and those are very unqualified friends. That's what I had to say. Look, right here, some fans can be the worst. They can be.
Some fans can spread lies and slander.
They fucking know, or they just see you at the bar and they're excited, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're trying to pack stuff up, and they're spitting in your face, trying to be really friendly. It's not that they're all terrible, insidious. It's not like they have a plan to fuck you over. Some people will fall in love with our band only to learn later that we're not going to cater to them or people please, and then they fucking knife you.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what I mean? Some people are fans of you until you tell them, and this is true for regular people.
Yeah.
People will root you on, and they'll be fans with you until you set them straight and you draw boundaries. And then when you draw boundaries, then you'll see who your real friends and who your real fans are. Because your fans aren't going to try to renegotiate the contract to enter the friend zone.
Right. Like this lady's about to describe in this paragraph right here of her doing just that, setting a boundary, and her own management giving her some lip about it.
Yeah, when you and we did that when we had a record label. We set some boundaries and standards for ourselves, and as soon as we had,
They shelved us.
right,
Took your money.
right. As soon as
did nothing.
As soon as you remind people that there's nothing that they can do, when you remind people that they can't be an obstacle to your motivation and success, when you remind people that you love them and you think that they're valuable, but they're not just quite as valuable as they believe, they'll fucking knife you.
This also goes back all the way back
Yes.
to the beginning of our episode,
Yes.
where we were trying to teach the people here that are watching and listening later the importance of not always relying on your management team, not
True.
always relying on your record label,
Yeah.
not always relying on these people that now have control, that
And-
you gave control, paid for control of your project.
And
Now
this
you
happens.
have them being like, oh, you can't make boundaries now. Oh,
Yes.
now you can't make sense. You can't do standards now. Oh, you can't.
Oh, you can't
set
protect
the bar,
yourself.
and you can't protect yourself, and
Aha.
you can't make your own money. The second you start wanting to figure this out for yourself is the second they stab you in the back. And that's why all of these big name people no longer are backed by a record label. Meg the Stallion's one of them, and same with Taylor Swift. They're no longer backed
And
by a record
and
label.
like-
They're
and if-
doing it all on their own because they figured out at a young age that this is what happens when you rely on them too much. You can't properly pay your people.
Yeah.
You can't, like we just went over, you can't set boundaries, you
Mhm.
can't make your own money, you can't work with your fans, you can't do business
seems
to
like
business. There's so many limitations.
You find out that everyone's end game is to renegotiate the contract. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa!
whoa.
Every 2 seconds you want to do something. Oh, we gotta renegotiate. Oh, I
Right,
want
right.
to do. Oh, we gotta go back to the drawing
Someone's
board.
always trying to move the needle. Someone's trying to be a little more independent or a little more industry.
It's one or the other, and they still take advantage of you. So that's why we have this program and many others previously that you can go back to, because we have not deleted all of that stuff yet, to go get educated so that this does not happen to you, because
That's true.
this
And-
is
and-
not the only band that this has happened to.
And the other thing is the fucking fans. The fans absolutely can hog tie and leave your career hostage.
Mhm. They can hold you up too.
They can hold you up too.
So you really got to sit down with yourself and your band and be like, what do we actually want to do?
Bingo.
And anyone that tries to come in and try to deter or take control of
Yes.
or ownership of whatever path you guys set for yourself, you need to be like, and fuck you too.
You need to be able to go back to the drawing board and go, let's go down the line.
This is what we're not going to do. This is what we're going to do.
Right.
And this is how we're going to do. And this is how we're not
Right.
going to do it.
And if there's going to be English, organized English, there needs to be clear amendments to the English. And the more, listen, rules aren't sexy. So keep it fucking simple. If you got to check 15 boxes, all right, but I'd rather check 5.
Mhm.
No snitches. No sex offenders. No thieves. You got to know.
And stand on
You
it.
got to know where your standards are. You got to know where your boundaries are. You got to be able to look back into your business and say, "Hey, when we got into this, we said we were never going to be so big as that complete strangers come in this business and start doing the accounting. That we don't become so successful as a band that people we've never met have
Control the money.
to come in here and do therapy."
Mm-hmm. Control the money.
I think that's a good place to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, next week we have a special episode of the Sepsiss Show. Please tune in. It's usually Wednesdays at 7. This was a special one because we just don't like to abandon ship. You know what I mean? We like to clean our plate. But next week, expect a few sponsors to come on. Maybe I can get some other band people to come on. I don't know what we could pull off.
We'll figure it out, though.
But we've got a few days to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is the last opportunity for everybody to get pre-sale tickets this weekend for our show at Swarmy Fest. Thank you, everybody, for participating, helping us along the way. There's some more twists and turns and surprises to come. But for now, you guys have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you next time. Peace.